So just bring you guys the latest when it comes to the Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight, or Spence versus Crawford. It doesn't really matter at this point. But yeah, it looks like it's not happening this year. That's what it looks like. Which is a shame, but this is sport of boxing for you. According to Dan Rafael, he recently tweeted this out, and I quote, it reads, per source involved, the date for Spence Crawford, should they finalize the contract that is now in Crawford's hands, is February 4 in Las Vegas. In my opinion, it's a good date, the week before the Super Bowl with no NFL games that weekend. Yeah. So the contract is with Crawford. So he's, yeah, um, it's frustrating. As a fan, I think we all want to see this fight. We all want to see it as soon as possible. But obviously, it can't happen anymore this November because that was the original plan for this fight to happen in November. And if you follow Errol Spence on social media, on Twitter, he's very frustrated about this. He said that that Crawford has been stalling for months. That he could have fought in November. And then he talks about he's been fighting at 147 for over a decade, and it's not easy or fun trying to lose that weight, this and that. So he's voicing out his frustrations online, because Spence Crawford does have the contract right now. Crawford is trying to, I guess, negotiate and try to get more money out of it. I don't know. Maybe they realize that maybe working without him is not as easy as they thought. Now that he's no longer with Bob Arum, he's his own man now. And I think there was also disagreements when it comes to how much he's getting paid or how he'll get paid, this and that. So yeah, it's frustrating, but it is what it is. Crawford hasn't fought at all this year. Actually, I just realized he hasn't fought at all this year. Oh my goodness. Oh, the, it's frustrating. It really is frustrating. Well, hopefully they can get it done for February, so that we can finally see this fight, and yeah, and hopefully we hear news soon, the next couple months, that this fight's official. Sucks for Spence because I'm sure he wanted to fight this November against somebody, but well, these two are pretty much holding up the whole welterweight division with all their belts. Um, so, but in the end, if this is what it takes to make the fight, is to push it till February so they can have more room to negotiate this and that, then okay, fine. Man, Crawford, I'm pretty sure Crawford just wants a whole lot of money, man. He thinks he's worth a certain amount that he's not really worth, because the market value is just, I mean, as much as I like Crawford, he just doesn't sell as much compared to Spence. And Top Rank had made that very clear, that they've lost a lot of money on him with the amount of money they've paid him. A lot of people don't tune in to watch his fights when it comes to pay-per-view. People tune in when it's free on ESPN, but when it came to pay-per-view, when it came down to it, most of the people that watch him on ESPN will just probably stream his fights illegally, for free, instead of paying the money to buy the pay-per-view. But, it is what it is. Hopefully we hear some good news soon. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening and watching. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.